But here's the thing, the process of deciding what went into the Bible wasn't just about divine revelation. It was a complex, often political process, influenced by power, control, and quite frankly, some very human decisions about what Christianity should look like. Let's rewind to the 4th century, when the church, under Emperor Constantine and councils like Nicaea in 325 CE, decided which text should be part of the Bible. These decisions weren't just about spiritual value, they were about creating a unified, controlled version of Christianity. Texts like the Gnostic Gospels, which emphasized personal spiritual experience over institutional authority, posed a threat to the church's growing power. So, they were omitted, left out. As you will see, many were destroyed, burned. In fact, the Bible's evolution isn't just a matter of theology, but this tapestry woven from centuries of cultural, linguistic, and political influences, tracing its roots back to the ancient Sumerian texts. We start with the Sumerian Enuma Elish, which offers one of the earliest accounts of creation, where chaos is subdued by a god paralleling the biblical Genesis narrative. The Epic of Gilgamesh provides an early flood story, which was adapted into the Genesis flood narrative with Noah as the central figure. As these myths transitioned through Akkadian and Babylonian cultures, they influenced the religious frameworks of the Hebrews, who shaped their own narratives based on these ancient archetypes. By the time the Hebrew scriptures were translated into Greek, forming the Septuagint around the 3rd century BCE, the texts underwent further transformation to align with the Hellenistic world's intellectual and religious norms. This added layers of philosophical and linguistic interpretation, cementing certain theological ideas that would later define Christian thought. Anyone here yet? No, that's right. So, fast forward to the Protestant Reformation, when Martin Luther's German Bible and William Tyndale's English translation challenged the Catholic Church's monopoly on Scripture. Tyndale's work laid the foundation for subsequent English translations, including the King James Version, which has become the most influential English Bible. Each iteration reflects not only changes in religious doctrine, but also this shifting political landscape of empires, demonstrating how the Bible is as much a historical document as a spiritual guide. When we look closely at the history of the Bible, it's not just the texts that were omitted that alter the narrative. The mistranslations within the canon itself have profoundly shifted the story over time.